Okay, Tony here. Let me tell you, today has been the day from hell. When we drove to Pekin this morning, we got up at 6:30, drove to Pekin, got there at 7:51, got a phone call from Pekin Radiation saying that radiation had been canceled. Seriously? They couldn't call us before we left? No, 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 that wasn't it. We were told we were supposed to go to Canton, and we were supposed to talk to Dr. Fishkin. Now, I haven't said any doctor's name until now. Today, it's been the most confusing, sad day, and I am very upset. I don't want to cuss on here. I'm just very, very upset. I'm emotionally drained, physically drained, but more mentally drained than anything else. This man that I've known for 5 years, and then has loved me, and I have loved him, has been told at Dr. Fishkin's, well, you can do chemo, or you can do nothing. It's up to you. What? What? Isn't he the doctor? Shouldn't he be telling us what should be done? Oh, we're going to do a DNA now on you to see, because you have a rare gene in you that is kicking off cancer. Now he has not only lung cancer, but he has the same cancer in his pancreas, which the doctor said was kind of strange because he had never heard of that. This is a worldwide, as far as we know, cancer doctor telling us that, okay, you go home, we're going to do this DNA test, you come back in 2 weeks, and you let us know if you want to do chemo. What? Do chemo? Are we going to do radiation? No, we're not going to do radiation. Radiation wouldn't do you any good right now. Then he proceeds to tell us that he's in stage 4. The last stage that you can be in and have cancer. What? Okay, and then I'm asking him, well, can you do surgery on the pancreas? No, that's just like too confusing. It's not feasible right now. Okay, so what are you saying? Are you saying that we're supposed to just give up? We're just supposed to go home and decide, yeah, well, we got cancer, so we'll just either come back and do chemo if we want, or we'll just live the rest of our life without doing anything. Who does that? You ask a question to somebody, and they start shouting out numbers to you. What? The CLD, and this here, and that there, and we're like, we don't understand what you're saying. Well, you know, the DFC and the CD thing is supposed to be like this, and it's not. Okay, so is this cancer curable? Excuse me. Is it curable? Nope. Nope, you gotta take chemo for the rest of your life. Well, how long is the rest of my life? Am I gonna take chemo? Well, that's up to you. Well, at one time, they told him that if he didn't do anything, he had a couple years to live. Now, he's like, you can't get cured. This cancer will never go away. You'll have this cancer for the rest of your life. The chemo won't cure it. It might shrink it, but I said, well, what about going into remission? Nope, you won't go into remission. You always have this cancer. But we can probably give you a couple months break. What? So we're going to continue doing chemo forever? For ever how long life that he has? we, this news today was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I was so heartbroken, so sad inside, and yet trying to be so strong on the outside. Try not to show any emotion. It is the hardest thing you do, or I could ever do, to stay strong for Tom. I am so totally confused about what the doctor said today. He made no sense. It's up to you, Tom. If you want to take chemo, you can take chemo. If not, then okay. Whatever you want to do. I, I said, what are you saying? Well, it's up to him if he wants to do chemo. Well, no. Is it going to help him? No, the cancer will never go away, but, it might shrink, but, you'll always have cancer. This man was so uncaring, didn't have a very good bedside manner. We couldn't get any. He wants to do a test, like Tom's going to be a guinea pig. He's going to go, well, we got this new stuff coming out. We're going to give you a try, but you're never going to get rid of your cancer. But we're doing this DNA thing, and we're going to try a different cancer treatment on you with the chemo, but you're not going to ever get rid of it. Well, then what's the point of doing it? What I mean, everybody says, oh, fight to the end. So I'm having a discussion with Tom, and I'm like, Tom, okay, how about if you just try the chemo? And that's what the doctor said. You can try the chemo for a couple times. If you don't like it, quit. You'll be all right. You can do that. So we're not going to do radiation no more? No, that'd be too hard on you. It's not going to help it anyway. This guy was so negative. It would have been so much better if he would have just come right out and said, well, if you do this chemo, you might have a year to live. If you don't do this chemo, you might have 6 months to live. What? Say it like it is. Don't give us numbers, and we don't know what you're talking about. We don't know. It's like confusing. I feel so bad, and came home after Tom left and cried because we're both confused. We had no clue what this doctor is telling us. I wished that he would speak to us as a person and not in doctor's language. Does he not understand? We told him twice. I don't understand what you're talking about. But then he starts in with the numbers. This is this, that's that. Talk about upset. First getting shot down. As soon as we get into Pekin this morning, 8:51 or 7:51, they call. Oh, the Pekin people. Oh, radiation's canceled. What? We just put gas in this car, drove all the way up there, and now we're canceled, so we have to turn around and come back home? What's going on? It seems like nobody wants to give us a straight answer. I really wish that people could be up front, talk to you like a person, not this mumble jumble about being as something or something. Because what are you giving Tom? What are you giving him? What are you giving me? Is there any hope? Tell us. Be honest with us. If there's no hope, let's just get on with our lives, live it the best that we know how, and then when the time comes, the time comes. And it's so easy for me to say that because it's not me. And I've asked Tom several times today, how do you feel? And he says, I'm confused, frustrated, and angry. Those are exactly the way you should feel. But we'll get through it, he says. And then he's like, honey, don't cry for me. And then I'm tearing up and I'm going, why? And he's like, I don't want you to cry for me. It's going to be okay. And this is a man that's just been told that cancer can't be cured. But it's okay, honey. Don't cry. We'll be okay. What kind of man does that when he knows that his own life is in jeopardy? How can you be so caring and sympathetic to somebody else and tell them not to cry? And I stayed strong and I said, okay, I won't cry until you leave. I don't want to show this emotion. I don't want to show this weakness. I want to stay positive. I want to stay strong for you. And he's like, it's okay. We'll be okay. Who does that? Tom Jinglen does that. Because he's a caring, loving person. I only wish I had half of what he has as far as being caring and loving. He always tells me I'm his rock. He doesn't know I'm not a big rock. I'm a little pebble. And it's hard. It's really, really hard for me to try to continue to be a rock. But I'll be there. And I told him tonight, I will be there until I can't be there anymore. Until the end. I will be there till the end. I will stand by you and I will help take care of you. And I will be there because that's who I am. I mean, maybe somebody else will just walk away and just say, have a good day. And not put themselves through anything. I care. I care for him. He's a person. A lot of people are like, well, you're not married to him. He's not your husband. Well, why should you care? Because I do. I care. And I'll always care for him. He has helped me through numerous bad times. Excuse me, after I lost my husband. And I moved up to the towers. And I would be so depressed and so hurt and angry, and he would help me through these times. And he was such a good friend in the beginning. He was such a caring man. And he's like, it'll be okay, and I understand that you're angry. It's okay. Who does that? And I don't know. I really don't have too much more to say tonight. I just know that we have 2 weeks to make up our mind what Tom wants to do. Because that's when we go back in 2 weeks. 2 more weeks. This whole journey started way back in January. We've had biopsies, we've had PET scans, we've had CAT scans, we've had MRIs, we've had all kinds of tests. What are they doing? Are they just waiting? Are they waiting for nothing? I mean, it's been January, February, March, April, May, almost 4 months. Those 4 months were precious months. Or when he found out he had pancreas cancer, when they did the radiation, or when they did the PET scan, they didn't go down far enough to see the pancreas that had cancer in it. When they did the radiation scan, they went down far enough. And guess what? He had cancer in his pancreas. Are you serious? What kind of doctors are these? I don't know these doctors. But if I ever got sick and if I ever ended up with cancer, this girl would go back home and get the good doctors. My doctors at home that I knew that took care of my mom was the best. These doctors suck. I'm telling you, big time. They suck. They waste time and waste time and waste time. Should have started chemo like months ago. Let's start it. We know he's got lung cancer. Let's start it. Who cares about the pancreas? Let's start the chemo. Let's start something. But no, they have to wait for the best treatment for him. Well, start something. Start killing something. Start shrinking something. No. No, they wait until now he has stage 4. That's the last stage. That's the end. You can do chemo if you want. Who does that? I hope you all understand my frustration. I am so angry. So angry. I wish that we could go back in time. And I did try. I really did try to stand up for him and try to get answers. This Dr. Fishkin always shot my answers down. He would never, even today, I was like raising my hand. Can I ask a question? And as soon as I'd ask the question, he'd come back with some numbers. I don't understand your numbers. I need an answer. I didn't have an answer. And it's almost like he's giving up. Well, we're not. We're going to continue. He's going to give chemo a try. And if it shrinks the cancer, good. It would be so nice just to prove that docs are wrong. But Tom's life is in that doctor's hands. This doctor thinks he knows everything. He's already told Evans, the radiation doctor, nope, he don't need radiation. He told somebody else, nope, Whitman, nope, he don't need another biopsy there. We're just going to take it from here. So it's almost like everything that they try to do, other doctors, he shoots it down. And now where is he at? Waiting, like we have been. So I'm going to let you go, and I will talk to you tomorrow. And good night.